Hello, good evening and welcome to Storytime with Sid. We are live at 6:45. I'm very excited. Are you? Well, I hope you've had a beautiful day today and everyone is feeling fantastic. Bedtime bunnies, have you got your PJs on? Have you washed? Are you ready for bed? Well, I hope you are. We're going to get into a lovely story today. It's a two-parter. Now, mums and dads, make sure you stay right till the end tonight because I've got a special prize for you, but you've got to wait until the end, okay? This book that we're going to read tonight is called Horrid Henry Reads a Book. Good one, that, isn't it? It's a fantastic story. It's going to be fun. So all you need to do is go along with me. And first of all, of course, we're going to have a nice relax. We're going to chill for 45 seconds, being still and quiet, because, bedtime bunnies, we are learning to become superheroes of calm. Yeah, superheroes of calm. We're building our superpowers by learning to defeat distraction. That's the enemy. So if you'll sit still and very quietly for 45 seconds, then let me bring up the clock. We'll be ready to defeat distraction. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you ready to defeat distraction? Good. 45 seconds starts now. And our time is up. Wow, that went past really fast. And if you manage to stay still and quiet for 45 seconds, there's a thumbs up just for you. Keep trying if you didn't manage to do it, because it's only a practice and you are still building that superpower. You are definitely going to be a superhero of calm. And we will defeat distraction together. Well done for trying. So now we're going to go into the story. Don't forget, at the end, mums and dads, there's a prize waiting for you. We'll start with chapter 1 of Horrid Henry's book. Horrid Henry Reads a Book. And let me just tell you that it's by Francesca Simon and it's illustrated by Tony Ross. And the dedication here is for Josh. Oh, that's the name of my son. My son's called Josh. Hey Josh, this is for you. Chapter 1. Blah, 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 blah. Miss Battleaxe droned on and on and on. Horrid Henry drew pictures of crocodiles tucking into a juicy Battleaxe snack in his maths book. Snap! Off went her head. Yank! Bye-bye leg. Crunch! Ta-ta teeth. Yum, yum. Henry's crocodile had a big fat smile on its face. Blah, 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 books. Blah, 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 read. Blah, 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 prize. Blah, blah, blah. Prize? Henry stopped. Prize! He Don't, Battleaxe. Henry waved his hand. Prize! Well, Henry, if you had been paying attention instead of scribbling, you'd know, wouldn't you? Said Miss Battleaxe. Horrid Henry scowled. Typical teacher. You're interested enough in what they're saying to ask a question and suddenly they don't want to answer. So, class, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, she glared at Horrid Henry, you'll have 2 weeks to read as many books as you can for our school reading competition. Whoever reads the most books will win an exciting prize. A very exciting prize. But remember, a book report on every book on your list, please. Oh, reading competition. Horrid Henry slumped back in his chair. Phooey. Reading was hard, heavy work. Just turning the pages made Henry feel exhausted. Why couldn't they ever do fun competitions, like whose tummy could rumble the loudest, or who shouted out the most in class, or who knew the rudest words? Horrid Henry would win those competitions every time. But no, Miss Battleaxe would never have a fun competition. He sat prizeless at the back of the class. It was so unfair. "What's the prize?" shouted moody Margaret. Probably something awful like a pencil case, thought Horrid Henry, or a bumper pack of school tea towels. "Sweets," said greedy Graham. £1,000,000, said rude Ralph. "Clothes," shouted gorgeous Gorinda. "A skateboard," shouted aerobic Al. "A hamster," said anxious Andrew. "Silence," bellowed Miss Battleaxe. "The prize is a family ticket to a brand new theme park." Horrid Henry sat up. A theme park? Oh, wow! He loved theme parks, roller coasters, water rides, candy floss. His mean, horrible parents never took him to theme parks. They dragged him to museums. They hauled him on hikes. But if he won the competition, they'd have to take him. He had to win that prize. He had to. But how could he win a reading competition without reading any books? "Do comics count?" shouted rude Ralph. Horrid Henry's heart leapt. He was king of the comic book readers. He'd easily win a comic book competition. Miss Battleaxe glared at Ralph with her beady eyes. "Of course not," she said. "Claire, how many books do you think you can read?" 15, said clever Claire. "Brian?" 18, said brainy Brian. 19, said Claire. 20, said Brian. Horrid Henry smiled. Wouldn't they get a shock when he won the prize? He'd start reading the second he got home. Horrid Henry stretched out in the comfy black chair and switched on the TV. He had plenty of time to read. He'd start tomorrow. Tuesday. Oh boy, 5 new comics. He'd read them first and start on all the books later. Wednesday. Whoopee! Mutant Max TV special! He'd definitely get reading afterwards. Thursday. Rude Ralph brought round his great new computer game. Mash 'em, smash 'em. Henry smashed and mashed and mashed and smashed. Friday. Horrid Henry was exhausted after his long, hard week. I'll read tons of books tomorrow, thought Henry. After all, there was loads of time till the competition ended. How many books have you read, Henry? Asked Perfect Peter, looking up from the sofa. Loads, lied Henry. I've read 5, said Perfect Peter proudly. More than anyone in my class. Goody for you, said Henry. You're just jealous, said Peter. As if I'd ever be jealous of you, worm, sneered Henry. He wandered over to the sofa. So what are you reading? The Happy Nappy, said Peter. The Happy Nappy? Trust Peter to read a stupid book like that. What's it about? Asked Henry, snorting. It's great, said Peter. It's all about this nappy. Then he stopped. Wait, I'm not telling you. You just want to find out so you can use it in the competition. Well, you're too late. Tomorrow is the last day. Horrid Henry felt as if a dagger had been plunged into his heart. This couldn't be. Tomorrow? How had tomorrow sneaked up so fast? What? Shrieked Henry. The competition ends tomorrow? Yes, said Peter. You should have started reading sooner. After all, why put off till tomorrow what you can do today? Shut up, said Horrid Henry. He looked around wildly. What to do? What to do? He had to read something. Anything. Fast. Give me that, snarled Henry, snatching Peter's book. Frantically, he started to read. I'm unhappy, pappy, said the snappy nappy. A happy nappy is a clappy. Perfect Peter snatched back his book. "No," screamed Peter, holding on tightly. "It's mine." Henry lunged. "Mine! Mine!" Rip! "Mum!" screamed Peter. "Henry tore my book!" Mum and Dad ran into the room. "You're fighting over a book?" said Mum. She sat down in a chair. "I'm speechless," said Mum. "Well, I'm not," said Dad. "Henry, go to your room." "Fine," screamed Horrid Henry. And that's the end of chapter 4, where we are going to leave it for tonight, mums and dads, boys and girls. What do you think happens next? Where has Henry gone, and what's he going to get from that place? And what happens if he hasn't read enough books by tomorrow? Well, we'll find out exactly what happens. I can't wait. On Monday, after this very nice weekend. It's going to be bank holiday on Monday, but don't worry, I'm right there for you, live at 6:45. And of course, because you waited, if you are watching live, this is the only chance you're going to get to win these two brilliant prizes. A signed CD. Now, this is Treasure Island by myself and Rebecca from Let's Play. Yep, story CD. We've read it out. It's brilliant. You're going to love it. And a signed photo of my face. Those go together to the first person that goes onto Twitter or Facebook and puts this message: "Story time with Sid. I love it." Go. First person who puts that message up will know by the time we'll get these sent in the post. Best of luck. Bedtime bunnies, have a great night's sleep. I'll see you after the weekend. Take care. Good night.